I got tea.
Here they come. You came back just in... Oh, they all got set on fire. Nice.
Just in time.
Just
see
in
them
time.
burn.
They call me Justin. Just in time. That sounds like a Disney Channel kids show.
It does. Just in time.
Right? There had to have been a show named Just in Time.
To finish things just on time. My name's Just in Time.
Yeah, Justin, just in time.
Justin.
You know that had to have been a show, right?
It had to have been.
Just
It
in
is
time.
Just in Time. It's a Netflix series.
What?
Yep. Just in Time is a Canadian animated television series for preschool-age children created by Brandon James Scott. Disney Jr.
Just in time.
You're right.
Oh, do we not have to pay this guy anymore? Does he just do it on his own out of his good?
No, I had to give him a coin.
Oh, okay. Like he keeps leaving, and I feel bad, so I want to help him, but like,
Yeah.
the dude don't give a damn, I guess.
Huh. Love this show, says CB Winery. Both my boys, I and Nanny 4, love this show. We have seen all the first season at least 3 or 4 times. Can't wait for season 2 on Netflix every morning. My 3-year-old asked for this show, and we watch a little bit in the morning and a little bit afternoon nap. It's definitely
Being a parent
one.
must be awful. Just, the more I hear about like, and then I watch the show just in time 15,000 times. I love my children. They're terrible.
One thing I swore was that I wouldn't let kids watch TV, but this show's pretty good. Plus, sometimes you really just need a break. Here's the thing, right? TV's great. I wouldn't trust a kid with like an iPad.
I mean, I guess you're right.
Yeah. That's TV. I was raised on TV. I trust TV.
I don't trust TV, but like, I don't not trust it.
All right. Well, I mean, you don't just sit there all day and watch TV.
I don't think TV's gonna like, I don't think it's actively trying to kill me, but I mean, it could.
Yeah. The
I
thing
don't think
is,
it's trying to, but like you could let it kill you.
but if you give them like iPads and stuff, that's gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, that's how they kill you.
Yeah, that's the devil's work. I'll tell you right now. Give them TV and video games. I'd say if you're a gamer, all right, you're a hardcore gamer out there, start gaming when you're about 5 years old, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be like a hardcore gamer, if you want to like actually make it in the pros, start gaming in the womb. Is my advice to you. If you're a parent out there, start making your kids game in the womb.
When you get pregnant, start eating gamer food.
Yeah, get a Game Boy up in there.
Yeah. Get it right up in there.
Get it right up in there. That kid will be a star.
I had a tweet, and some people actually didn't think it was, like, sarcasm. I said, I can't stand fake gamers in the way they pretend to love gaming and gaming hard. I'm a true gamer, and I love gaming. Gaming is my life because I'm a hardcore gamer that loves gaming. If there's one thing I really love, it's gaming so hard that I can't even game the next day. I feel like most people understood that was like, a dry, sarcastic take.
I responded to you with actually the real truth about the whole situation.
All right. Let's see. This is the perfect example for a fake gamer. How can a true gamer claim to game so hard they can't game the next day? Bro, a true gamer doesn't stop gaming ever. Period. Fire gaming. Girlfriend gaming. I can't stand when fake gamers pretend to play but sleep instead.
Yep.
All right. I can respect that.
Yeah, and again, most people were like, is he serious?
Yeah,
actually, not most people. There were a few people that said that. Most people were like, haha, good jokes.
Well, that's the thing. It's always like, there's always just a few people. It's always just
I wonder
a couple
if it's
that are
like a translation thing. If they're like from Uzbekistan and they're reading it and they're just like, is this true?
What is wrong with hardcore gaming?
I game very hardcore. Are they saying because I sleep is not as hardcore as them? I will have them know that I am the hardcoreness.
I gotta see. Like, it's one of those things where when your tweet blows up to a point where you start getting people that don't follow you, like seeing it.
Right.
And those are the people that just don't understand.
It's not true. It's not true.
Like, let's
gaming
see.
is cool. I am
This guy-
cool, dude.
Like this person said, LOL, 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. crash and repeat. Like, no, I'm not talking about actually gaming. I'm talking. This is God.
I'm not even talking about real gaming.
I'm not even talking about real gaming. God.
God.
And then the one guy said, "Say gaming one more time." Like it's a big sarcastic. Damn.
Say it one more time, bro. Just
Say it
say
one
it.
more time. I can't stand when these hardcore gamers come out and they just talk about their love of gaming.
Yeah, I can't stand
Unreal.
when people are happy too.
I bet Nick Carter doesn't even have a phone.
Oh my god,
He
can I
didn't
tell
even
you
play
something crazy?
Diablo Immortal. What?
Nick Carter. I took a robot sex quiz.
What?
Yeah, I did it in the office with Kristen, and Kristen and I like read through it together. It was
What?
crazy. So yeah, on Twitter, someone posted a thing like, "Hey, I'm doing a study for my college about robot sex." And I was like, "Go on, I am super into this. What is this about?" And they're like, "If you want to be a part of it, simply send me an email, and I'll send you a code." So I got this code, and I went to a webpage, entered the code, and it was literally like an 800 question thing about robots. But it was so cool. So the initial quiz was like, basically asking about yourself. It was, trying to figure out who you were, how much money you made, where you lived, that kind of thing. And then it was like, okay, tell us about your sex life and all this information. And Kristen and I are just going, Kristen had to remind me some things, but I learned about myself. The fact that everyone else knows way more than me says a lot about my memory on things. I was like, yeah, that did happen, didn't it? So you had to like talk about your sex life and you go through this huge thing. And then the next part is, okay, now that you've done that, let's talk about what you think about robots and what you think robots will be used for in the future and what you think robots like. Do you think robots are stealing jobs? Do you think robots are helpful? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then it got into, as technology becomes better and better, do you think robots will be in the household? And what do you think about this, this, and this? And he would rank things from 1 to 7 or 1 to 10 or whatever the case may be. And eventually got to, would you have sex with a robot? And I was like, Y-E-S. Yes, I would. And then it kept asking you more questions. And it was things like, would you have sex with a robot if it didn't look like a human? Would you have sex with a robot if it had the emotions of a human? Or would you have sex with a robot if it had empathy? Or if it felt pain? Or like things like that. It would ask you all these different questions. And then it got into like really messed up stuff. It was like, would you have sex with a robot if the robot looked like your significant other? Would you have sex with a robot if it looked like your dead spouse? Would you have sex with a robot if it looked like a celebrity? Like that kind of stuff?
What the
Would you have sex with a robot if it looked like an animal? Right? Different things.
All right.
And then it got into even more stuff where it was like, would you have sex with a robot if it was if it was used in rehabilitation? Why is there no one here? Hold on.
Why is our catapult shooting to the left?
We only have one guy here. I'm terrified. This is very ungood. All right, I'm gonna let this guy do his thing. Anyway,
right.
So there was a big thing about like, would you be okay if it was used in rehabilitation of like sexual offenders and things like that? And I was like, oh, interesting. And it kept bringing up more really specific things. And it was like, would it be okay if there were robots that were children? And would you be okay with robots being children? I was like, no, I don't think I'd be cool with like robot kids. I think that'd be messed up. And then it was like, would you be okay if like they were sexually like I was like, no, I would not be okay, right? And it like really started giving you things. It's like, okay, well, if you're okay with this, would you be okay with this? Or if you're not okay with this, what about this? And it would keep like getting more and more like intricate and detailed. And then it started giving you questions like, do you think if people started having relationships with robots, that eventually people would start to not want to have relationships with human beings? Right? Do you think that that people would find their sexual outlet in like things that aren't real, so they wouldn't want to be connected to people, like that kind of stuff? And so you had to write down answers and do different things. But eventually, at the very, very end of the test, It was like, what do you... I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It was like, would you hurt a robot? Would you hurt a robot if it had feelings? If the robot had emotions, would you hurt the robot? That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to, do you get angry when your friends are happy? Or if your friends have a bad day, does it make you feel better? Like, it started to get back to being personal again. And at the very, very end of the test, it was like, hey, or not test, but the survey. It was like, hey, so this was a double survey. We basically lied to you up front and told you that this was about, do you want to have sex with a robot? But in reality, we're testing to see what kind of person would have sex with a robot and why they would want to. And then it was like, basically saying like, based on your answers, we're going to like put out all these profile things like about like who would be into robots, why, for what reasons. And essentially like, it wasn't testing whether I want to have sex with a robot, but like, what about me makes me want to do that?
Whoa. And
so, cause some of the questions were just like, I don't remember who I was talking to. I was in the office having a conversation. Someone was like, sometimes do you ever just get like really pissed off when your friends are like really happy? And I remember in the quiz being like, who would act like this? Who would be so mad their friends are happy? And I was like, oh my God, you're the person. And it was one of those things where it really was kind of like, I think having played Detroit, I kind of get what they're going for, because in Detroit, there were like sex robots on, but like people would abuse those robots just because they could. And I think it was asking like, what kind of person, like, would I go out and just like cut up a robot just because I could? Or would I like abuse a robot because it wasn't a real thing because it was technically a toy, right? It was like a machine and it wasn't real. So what do it was fascinating. It was fascinating. Yeah, so at first I did it as a goof. We were sitting in the office like goofing around like, yes, of course I'd bang a robot. Ha 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 ha. But then by the end of it, I was like, oh my God, this is deep.
Yeah. Like it gets into the actual realistic if this happened.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God, this is fascinating to like actually look at.
It is some crazy shit. It's like the Westworld, but like,
Yes, it was exactly like Westworld. And it's the idea of like a black hat versus a white hat. Like, it was basically trying to get at, when do you consider something not worth protecting or saying, right? So I like delineated. I was like, look, I think of a machine as a machine. And so to me, like a sex bot or any robot would be not a real thing. But right. I was like, the minute you start giving it emotions and start making it seem more and more like a human, then I was like, okay, then we're getting into some crazy territory here. And then the minute you're just like, oh, it also has empathy and it can tell right from wrong, and you start giving it things that are like, oh, it's AI now and it can take over the world. I was like, I don't want that shit. Make it as real, like program it to be as real as possible up to a point. I still want it to be like a dumb machine that I don't have to worry about. But it blew my mind. Some of the shit in there, I was just like, this is interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because once you get to that AI empathy level, then you get to the point where you don't even know who's a robot and who's real anymore. And that's
right. It was like would you want it to have consciousness? And I was like, no, I don't want it to make choices. I don't want it to decide right from wrong. What I want is it for just to be like, everything is simulated.
Yeah.
Like everything about it is fake. I know it's fake, but I just don't care that it's fake, right? And everyone else is the exact same way. And they just pretend to be humans, and we all just accept they're pretending to be humans. But the minute we're like, it is just like us now, then we're all screwed. We're all done then.
Yeah. Because they will take over. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a game over.
But a lot of the questions I answered, I felt like really good about myself, because I was like, I wouldn't, even though my justification is because it's a machine, I was like, you wouldn't destroy your own toaster just because you could, right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't, if I bought a several $1,000 sex bot, I wouldn't damage it because I could. That's like a dick move.
Damn, dude. A literal dick move.
That's a dick move. I realize what the problem is. We have all of our soldiers over here. We need to go recruit more guys.
Yeah. I also zoned out for like half of what you were saying.
Uh-huh.
But thanks. I heard like the beginning and the end of it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm glad you don't need to know what you heard in order to agree with stuff. You're the right type of person for my new empire. That's why you're the second king. You don't know what you're agreeing to, but you're just like, yes, of course, my lord. I'm like, yeah, sure. Two kings.
But I wouldn't
this
call
is
you
gonna work
my
out
lord
great.
because I am also the king.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We'd be like King 1, King 2.
So when you were zoning out, what were you thinking about?
Well, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. What was going through your head?
Sometimes you just gotta stop and think
About what?
about
exactly?
not thinking.
Yeah?
Think about it.
I'm trying, man. I'm really trying.
Well, I shouldn't say half of it. I heard like 80% of it.
Uh-huh.
But
What
there's
were you
just
thinking
moments
about?
where I like looked at the water. You know, you just like look at that water.
The water's
It's not
beautiful
even
in this
real
game.
water,
Yeah.
but to us, it's real.
Can I tell you that I went earlier today, because I was bored and I wanted to get an achievement because I hadn't done it ever. The original Diablo event is happening in Diablo 3 right now. And I was like, I'm going to go back and play original Diablo. I wonder what that's like. Man, the past sucked. Can we just all agree?
Things have definitely gotten better.
Yeah. The graphics are terrible. I was like, why do people want to do this? What was the point? The gameplay's kind of dumb.
At the time, it's great. That's all you got.
Because you don't know any better. Because people in the past were idiots. That's just a fact.
People in the past were always idiots, but they're the same as us.
Yeah.
But they aren't. But they are.
I mean, you're right about that. But, like, the people in the past are idiots.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've learned from all of this.
Everybody is always the smartest at their time of existence.
Right, exactly.
And that's when the clown music starts. It just sounds like a movie, like one of those things where it's like, and that's what I learned. It wasn't truly the meaning of life. What the meaning was this other thing that we're going to cut into now, which is the other part of the story.
There's another song in here that is like wails, like, oh! I hate that song. It is an unpleasant song.
Oof. Big oof, true.
All right, I'm sending these guys to go out and fight. Screw it. Let's kill this dude.
All right.
We gotta make some progress. We just running back and forth
we gotta
now.
Progress.
This is the perfect battle attack music. Go, my men, go! Let us move forward and battle on. Yeah, attack. I'm gonna sit here and oh my god, these guys are destroying this thing. Oh my god, this is amazing.
See, this is what I've been saying. You know how I always said that thing where I was like, we live in the best time?
Yeah.
Right?
But everyone, I think, lives in the best time.
Well, that's what you said, but here's the thing. Everybody does always live in the best time, but we live in the best of the best time.
Currently, yes.
Now, you might say, well, it's going to get even better, but we don't know that. We might get to a point where the AI take over, and they'd be like, man, I wish I was back in 2019.
The Middle Ages were kind of like that, where it was basically you had Rome and you had like this great classical period, and then it all came to like the barbarian hordes, which, you know, I hesitate saying barbarian because terminology and people being like, that's offensive. But, you know, in historical terms, the various groups like came through and destroyed Rome, and then the entire world was sort of effed up for a while.
Yeah.
And that's, you had the Middle Ages and the kings and the Holy Roman Empire, and everyone was like, oh, it's terrible. And then the Renaissance happened, and everything was like kind of cool again.
But imagine
relatively.
if like we created AI and then the AI took over and they just wiped out humanity and then AI just became the new humans, but they weren't even real. But they were real because they're
they
real.
would be real. They'd just be better than us because they don't have flesh and blood. We're basically meat machines. They just be machines. But then they can synthesize themselves to make themselves like better than us.
Shit, dude.
I know, shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm happy I'm alive now.
Yeah, but I wish we were like movie future, right?
Yeah.
You ever just get really sad that we're not the movie future?
Sometimes you want a few movie future things, but we've got a lot of movie future things still.
No, we don't. I don't think we have nearly enough.
I think we do need more. I agree, but I think we got some.
I'm gonna go scout further out here. I don't know what's way out this way.
One
would imagine there's something amazing out here, but like, we got a portal, which is lovely.
Blink, blink.
And the docks. Oh, vey. Okay. But that's good, because the docks are out here, which means we can, like, do it. Do it, do it, do it.
Da, da, da. I'm gonna send our guys out to go fight. Do you have any money? Alright. I have 3 coins.
Alright. Come over here. I'm gonna give you 1 coin.
Alright.
You can use it to summon guys to go fight. If you go to the flag, yeah.
Ring,
Let's do
ring.
this.
Let's go.
Hopefully we can get there before sunset.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. We don't have any money. This is ridiculous.
No money.
Come, other king, join me.
Yes, for the glory of kingdom.
Don't go out there yet. No, don't go out there yet. Wait for the guys to get here, and then we shall defeat them.
Okay.
Skirt. Yeah, this is nice. All right, here we go. Here we go. Go, troops, go! Lay waste to this slimy vandal.
Let's go. For glory.
All right, I'm gonna try and hold him off as long as I can.
All right.
With a quick flip of my wings.
With a flick of the wrist.
Wow, these guys are stone cold killers. Oh, this is cheating. We're just cheating now.
Oh, they're getting roasted.
I know. Look at us. Oh, they're trying to send more. But they can't send more. Oh, no. Is it nighttime already? Oh, my God. Is it nighttime already?
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
No, where are you going?
Where are they going?
Run!
Whoa!
Run!
Whoa! Whoa!
Get your crown, 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 get your crown.
I got it. Oh, wait. Did I get it?
Yeah, you did. Woo.
Okay.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze! We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze! Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze!
Oh, thank God. I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC! What are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing the music.
Bring the strippers and booze! I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. You